Hi everyone. Let's see, it's starting. Hi everyone, welcome. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you who are in the chat, please let me know if the audio and the video is looking good. Then we can start. Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the live reading. Let me just explain quickly about the rules and what is this live reading about. So this is a free and donation based live reading, which means that I'll be answering the free questions after I'm done with the donation list. The donation is optional, so for those of you who want to donate, I've already pinned the message, so you can see like there is this blue color on the top, so that's where all the details of my PayPal and the donation details are all there. So for those of you who are waiting for the free question, just please post your questions once in a while. Please do not spam the chat, and I'll definitely get to you after I'm done with the donation list. This is the second live reading, and there will be another one tomorrow evening. I would say around 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if those of you who missed this live reading, you can join for the next one, the third one. And yeah, that's it. So let's see. Hi Gerard. I do not accept super chat because super chat is not available on my area. I mean, like from my place on YouTube. So it's only PayPal at this time. Alright. So hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi Chanel. Okay, I've got Maybell here. Okay, let's start with the donation one, Mabel. Why he does not want you to take? Why does not want me to take you? Okay, why he does not want? Why does not he want to take you to the place that he works at? Alright, so let's see. Okay, Mabel. Why he does not want to take you to the place where he works? So I didn't get anything. I mean, while I was looking into your question, I did not get anything that he is hiding someone or I mean, like, it's not that he sorry. It's not that he's hiding anything there. The first thing that I've got coming up here, as you can see here, there is a lot of this Pentacles energy coming up here, Mabel. I've got the Nine of Pentacles, I've got the Ten of Pentacles coming up here, the Three of Pentacles coming in here as well, the Lovers and the Four of Wands energy. So there is no one that he's hiding, or there is nothing that he's hiding there. I feel like this is more of him just kind of like wanting to separate the work life and the, I mean, like the professional life and the personal life. Maybe this is a way of him like trying to be professional, I would say, because the energy that I've got coming up from him at this time is someone, I mean, like the work life, the place where the farm here, I'm getting all of this pentacle energy. So this is more of like a work based energy, professional based energy, like money, career related energy is what I'm getting coming up here. So there is, I mean, like I did not get anything of him like trying to hide something, or like trying to, like not wanting to introduce you to people. Not in that way. Maybe he's just like waiting for some time, I would say here, or he's just like not really into, like combining professional and personal life for some reason, is what I'm getting coming up here. I do not get anything that he's hiding someone, or he's like with someone else in that particular place. I've got the Lovers energy coming up for you here, and then I've also got the Four of Wands energy coming in here as well. So there is no one else in his life at this time apart from you. And like I said before also in the previous reading, he does have, like very strong emotional feeling towards you. He does love you, I would say here. I think this is just more of like preferences, I would say. The Three of Pentacles energy coming up, I feel like he's just wanting to just keep it, like just keep it as the, for the work, is what I'm getting coming up here, Mabel. Yeah, I do not really think that he's hiding something. I do not really think that, like that is something or someone that he does not want you to meet. I mean, like nothing in that direction, is what I'm getting coming up here, Mabel. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. All right, so Yvette, you can post your question. Hi, Tonya Martin. The list is only for donation. For those who want to have a free reading, there is no donation list. You just have to post the question, and once I'm done with the donation, and then I'll do the free question. Okay, will you be able to go back to your old apartment? So let's see. At this time, honestly, Yvette, I'm not really getting a very strong yes. Either someone already applied there, or someone, I'm getting like someone else coming in into the picture. So I'm kind of like a little bit doubtful that you will be getting back to the old apartment. But let me just, like a little bit more on the apartment energy. So honestly, I'm not really getting a very strong yes of you going back to the old apartment. But again, this is just the current energy. I feel like there is someone else either applying there or will be getting there. I mean, either someone's already applied there. I'm not sure it's still open, or someone else already gotten the apartment. I'm getting a little bit of low chance at this time here, but again, this is just the current energy. You can definitely like try to pray and manifest it to come to you, but I'm still getting a little bit of low chance energy coming up here. But I do get a very strong new apartment energy coming up for you here, like a better place from this old one. I mean, like a better place from this current one here, where you could actually like feel safer, and I mean like almost the same like the old one, but this is going to be like a new apartment is what I'm getting coming up for you here. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit I'm honestly not getting a very strong yes energy coming up for you getting back to the old apartment, but that is definitely going to be okay, maybe around that area, that could be it. Because I feel like not that particular same place. there is going to be like a new place. I mean, like this, the place that I'm seeing you moving into is somewhere new, like you have never been for, but almost at the same energy, like feeling safe, like you're just going to feel safe. There is what I'm getting coming up here. But that same exact place, I'm not really getting a very strong yes at this time. But again, this is just a current energy. I've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun card coming up here. So you are definitely going to be getting a better place coming up here. There is no doubt on that. It's just that I'm getting a little bit of low chance, but it's not really impossible. I would say here you can definitely try to pray and manifest, and I'll definitely pray for you as well. So you will definitely be getting the, either you will be getting the old one, or like around the same area. Event. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Um, Amelia, you can post your question, and let me. By you picking up a position with your this. Okay, if by you picking up the, will it be creating any type of drama? Thing that you need to be concerned. Not exactly a drama, no. I've got the Three of Swords energy coming up here. I've got the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands energy coming up here. It's not exactly a drama. I feel like the other person is just going to be feeling a little bit sad, because I've got the Three of Swords energy coming up here. Just a little bit sad and heartbroken energy coming up here is what I'm getting. I've got the Eight of Swords coming up here as well, with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. The number 8 is coming up quite strongly, which is basically talking about things are going to be moving forward. I mean, there's going to be like a little bit of sadness coming up here from the other person, or just like kind of like, okay, maybe I feel like they've already kind of like putting their hope high up. I would say here that for some reason you're going to be choosing them, or you're going to be choosing to work for them, or other, like the other position. It's like, how do I say it here? There's, I feel like they're just like kind of keeping their hope high up, I would say here, Amelia. And for you, kind of like turning down is just giving them a little bit of sadness energy, I would say, but it's just going to be a temporary one, like nothing of like drama, or like nothing of concerning of a drama thing, no, because the number 8 is coming up quite strongly here. It's just like going to be temporary, and then things are just like going to be moving forward quite easily is what I'm getting, especially with this Wheel of Fortune energy coming up here. I wouldn't suggest you to, like burden yourself with that. With this Eight of Pentacles energy coming up for you here, I feel like you just like need to focus on, like the position that you have chose for yourself. You focus on that, and that's it. Like nothing negative, nothing, like drama of any kind coming up here. Yeah, both of you, I would say here, it's just like definitely going to be able to move forward, and not really thinking and not really stuck into that. So no, I don't think there is any type of drama or anything that you need to be concerned of here, like with you picking up at the position that you feel safe. And honestly, I feel like it's just safer for you, like to pick where from. I mean, like with your Xbox. I mean, like with your Xbox, it's like I'm getting like a more of like a safer energy coming up here. So yeah, nothing of a concerning things. Yeah, that is just definitely like kind of, how do I say it here? I think there's some kind of like an expectation for some reason, again, not your fault. Maybe the other person just thought that you would pick them, I would say here. It's like, yeah, just some kind of like expectation was made, but again, not your fault. And I feel like you already made a good decision. Just a little bit of sadness from there, but they are definitely going to move forward. You may find them, like acting a little bit weird for, I would say, just give it like 1 week or 2 weeks, and then after that, it will be fine. Just give it some time. All right, general love from September until October. So the energy that I've got coming up for you here, I've got optimism, I've got great achievement, and I've got courage energy coming in here as well. I feel like starting from the end of October, I mean like starting from now until the month of October, I've got victorious outcome coming up. Great achievement and victorious outcome coming up. Yeah, I feel like things are just going to be like moving forward for you here, where there is going to be a lot of like positive energy, like honestly, I'm getting a very strong movement energy coming up for you here, Amelia, which is going to be leading up into victorious outcome and like a positive thing just like starting to fall into places. I've got the Two of Cups energy coming in here as well, which is also talking about these coming in or coming back into your life. There is going to be, I feel like with this Two of Swords energy coming up here, which I feel like this is your current energy, or at least for the next couple of days, you may feel this way. The Two of Swords energy that I've got coming up, you're feeling confused and just like not sure like what is happening. Like it seems like you seems to be like in the dark and things are just like moving, and then you just like have no idea. Suddenly one thing after the other is starting to fall into places is what I'm getting coming up here. Keep your optimistic energy coming up here, and then I've got the courage coming in here as well. I feel like this courage energy is where the other person is going to start coming back and start building up their courage to come back to you, or building up the courage to like to move forward towards you here. So I've got communication energy coming in here as well. So they're definitely building up the courage to come and to communicate with you here is what I'm getting coming up here. Once again, I've got the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords energy coming up. I feel like there is going to be either the next couple of days, I would say here, or during the Mercury retrograde season, you might be feeling a little bit down, a little bit low within yourself here. Like you might be doubting yourself, confused, like a lot of confusion energy coming up here. So during those period time, I would suggest for you here to not really feed into your fear, to not really feed into your anxiety. Try to just like, because with this Four of Swords energy that I've got coming up, yeah, rest a bit and like do not really stress yourself too much. Things are starting to fall into places here is coming up quite strongly. So from now until the end of the October here, what you can be expecting here is that first of all, I've got a very strong communication energy coming up here. I've got courage energy coming in here as well. So they are definitely going to be moving forward towards you, starting up the communication. Overall energy, I would say here is that with this Six of Wands energy coming up twice, positive outcome. So everything that I've been waiting for here is starting to fall into places. I'm also getting a very strong union energy coming in here as well. So those are what will be coming up from now until beginning of October is what I'm getting here, Amelia. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. No, you definitely did pick the right position, and the other person will just get over it. Like after some time, they will get over it. Yes, communication will start happening from this month of September, like from now until beginning of October. So communication will be coming up here. I mean, like they will be coming forward. The communication and them coming forward is also going to be happening, is what I mean. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's see who is next. Mariam, if you're here, you can post your question, please. And for those of you who have donated, if I in case missed to put you on the list, please let me know. Okay, mutual energy and any action. Okay, so mutual energy between both of you here, Mariam. I've got a new beginning and a creative endeavor. Quite a positive energy, I would say here, because at least I'm not really getting that very strong upset energy or the ego and the upset energy that I picked up from him the last couple of weeks has kind of like has kind of like decreased, I would say here. The new beginning and a creative endeavor that I've got coming up here. This is basically like he's already starting to open up himself a little bit more here is what I'm getting. So the next action energy that I've got coming up here, I've got karma, I've got the six of cups, I've got the four of wands energy coming up here, and the full. I won't be surprised if I'm not sure if he blocked you or like if I think you mentioned about something like they blocked you or something like that. So if he blocked you, he will be unblocking you pretty much soon if he hasn't already here. I've got the karma energy coming up here. The anger, the ego in general, I would say here, him being mad has kind of like definitely already decreased here. I've also got the full energy coming in here as well, where he will be taking up the step, like the initiation will be done from him. So either both of you going to start the communication, like from like phone conversation, like either text messages or phone call, or both of you might be like meeting each other, like bumping into each other accidentally is what I'm getting here, where things are going to start like forming into that. So unblocking energy here, meeting up conversation is going to be happening. I feel like he's the one who's actually going to be initiating things to come forward towards you here. I've got the six of cups and I've got the four of wands energy coming up here. Again, this is also talking about the union, the reconciliation, or the reunion energy coming up here with a new beginning. So he will be the one who's actually initiating thing. I feel like this may happen either end of this month during the Mercury retrograde or towards the month of October. But let me just pull a time frame for that. I feel like he's much calmer at this time here is what I'm getting. I've got the number 10 coming up here. So I would say within the next 10 days or the month of October, beginning of October coming up quite strongly here. So 10 days from now, the month of October or 10th of October is going to be quite significant here as well. The next step of action, I would say here, is that him going to be coming forward, him going to be initiating things from you here. Um, for me, like he's the one who's actually going to be initiating things here. I've got the three of wands, so he will be moving forward. Honestly, the month of October coming up quite strongly here with the justice energy. Could also be in the month, like the Libra season. Again, we are almost entering the Libra season coming up here. So yeah. Oh yeah, positive energy, I would say he's starting to calm down a little bit. Like he's also like starting to see, okay, maybe I overreacted. Again, the karma energy coming up here as well. So he's starting to see a little bit of pattern into his anger, into the ego from within himself here. And this is like pushing him or yeah, pushing him to realize that there are certain things within himself here that he needs to heal, that he needs to let go. The anger and the ego specifically. So quite a positive energy, I would say here. I would say the month of October or the Libra season is coming up quite strongly here for both of you. He's definitely much calmer than the past couple of weeks, I would say here. Thank you so much, Mariam, for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. You're welcome, Amelia. Yeah, he's the one going to be initiating things. So if in case in the next couple of days or end of this month that you see him unblocked you, I would suggest yes that just give it the space, because when he unblocked you, he would be expecting for you to communicate with him. So I would suggest for you here, you can definitely communicate with him like after he unblocked you if you feel like that, or if you feel like okay, I just want to wait, just wait a little bit. Like how do I say, like he will unblock you, but he will kind of like be waiting a little bit until you text him, and if you do not text him, he will be the one who's actually texting you. So you have the choice at that time, either you're going to give the space for him or you're going to be communicating with him. So either one that you want to choose here, just try to not really getting triggered, I would say here. Thank you so much. Okay, Maggie. Okay, Maggie, about the future of you and Josh. I keep getting this pregnancy energy coming up for you here, Maggie. So please try to be careful a little bit, you know, because I think this is the third time, right? I've got the pregnancy energy coming up here. Got the lovers energy coming up. I've got the full energy coming in here as well. So with you and Joss, in general, I do get quite a positive energy, I would say here, because the center energy that I've got coming up here from Joss is the lovers energy. You know, like I feel like both of you here have, after some time, like I'm not sure how long it has been, and after the breakup or after the separation between both of you, but I'm getting a very strong mature up energy coming up here, especially coming up here from Joss. I've got the King of Swords energy, I've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers energy coming in here as well. I feel like at least at this time here, Joss, he will be more mature in terms of the conversation, in terms of the communication in general, where I feel like he's, I think in the past year he can be a little bit childish, or like the communication or the way that he's expressing himself, the way that he was expressing himself might not really be on the positive side. But there are a lot of changes happening, I would say here. I mean, like coming out from within himself. So I do see a possibility of relationship forming once again between both of you here. But I've also got the world energy coming in here as well. So there are a few things that I would focus on here. That first of all, you're coming up as the Empress, he's coming up as the King of Swords energy. Even though there is a lot of maturing up energy happening, but you are still coming up as a higher level energy or high vibration energy than him. So there might be a little bit trigger here and there, especially in terms of the communication. So that's one thing that you have to pay attention to here. But I feel like both of you here will need to make a decision of closing up the chapter from the past and do not revisit it again here. I think he will be trying to, like keep on coming forward towards you, because I've got the full energy coming in here as well. You will see him putting so much effort on like talking to you, communication, I mean like communicating with you, meeting you up in that direction here. So I do see like there is a very, very strong possibility of both of you here reforming up the relationship, or like rebuilding up the relationship here. I would suggest to like kind of like be careful on the pregnancy energy, especially if you do not want to get pregnant at this time. And with this world energy coming up here, this is basically talking about a new a new beginning, in a sense of that whatever had happened between both of you in the past year, like that particular chapter has done, has like has completed. This is going to be like another new chapter happening between both of you. So I do see there is a future coming up here between both of you. Maybe if you want to wait for a little bit while to see like what kind of effort that he will be putting into, you can actually do that. But there is a very strong possibility of both of you here forming up a relationship. Maggie, thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. See, you're welcome. Okay, actually, I'm doing yours now. I'm not sure if you're here, so I'm going to put the timestamp. So your first question, let's see. How does the Aries feel about you? Is he avoiding? Okay, how does the Aries feel about you, and is he avoiding you? There is something related to legality energy is what I'm getting coming up from this Aries at this time here. Actually, I've got legal system and legal issue energy coming up here, and the time is not right. I've also got abuse or abusive relationship, and I've got anger energy coming in here as well. I don't really see that he's avoiding you on purpose. I would say here, actually, I feel like there might be some kind of issue that he's currently going on his personal level with this legal system and legal issue here. This could be like something related to legality here, like maybe it's like something small, like just like something small that needed his attention on the court. Or if let's say for example, if he had any relationship with anyone before, this could be like talking about legal separation, divorce, or anything like that. But I'm getting a very strong legality energy coming up here, so there could be something going on his personal life that he needed to take extra care about, is what I'm getting at this time. Another thing that I've got coming up here is that abuse and abusive relationship coming up. I feel like he's also has been struggling for quite a while with a certain abusive type of situation in his life. So he's also like needing to heal from that. But for some reason here, I've also got anger energy coming in here as well. Now I feel like he might think that you are angry at him, or he might think that, like you are still mad or still upset at him for some reason. I would say here again, this is just all going on his mind. This is just like what he feels and what he thinks here. But about how he feels towards you here, I see my future with you, and then I've also got the time is not right for us at this time. I feel like there are certain things that he needed to. I feel like there are certain things that needs his attention more than this particular situation between both of you at this time. Again, I'm not getting that he's avoiding you on purpose. I feel like he might even be checking. I mean, like I feel like he still might be checking out on you, I would say here. I'm getting a page of cups energy coming up here, so this could be like two. I mean, like there is a multiple possibilities here. First is that there could be an energy, sorry, there could be a significant age gap between both of you. If not, this could also be talking about something related to children or child in general. So this legal system and legal issue could be something involving some sort of like a fight, I would say here, maybe related to his kid or like his children. Or this could also be talking about inner child conflict within himself here. Inner child, his own inner child issue and trauma that he needs to heal at this time here is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here actually. So no, he's definitely not avoiding you. I feel like there are just like certain things that needed his attention at this time here is what I'm getting. I've also got the Emperor energy coming up here. There's definitely going to be a huge transformation, or him, I would say here with this Emperor energy, I feel like he's kind of like still struggling on maintaining his balance, but to a point where he's definitely going to be getting more grounded and more mature within himself. At this time, I've got the number 10 coming up here for the time frame. So 10 days from now, the month of October, maximum I would say here maximum I would say here late winter energy is going to be quite significant for you as in the time frame. 10 days, the month of October, or late winter, not spring, late winter energy is coming up quite strongly here. So let's see your second question. Okay, will she agree to increase your salary? And this is going to be a long term. So yes, I'm getting, yes, there will be a salary increment coming up here for you, Ashley. but I'm also getting a little bit of disappointment energy coming up here. So I feel like yes, there will be some money. I mean, like there will definitely be some, like salary increment coming up for you, but maybe the amount is not as much as you're expecting it to be, because the energy that I've got coming up here from the other lady, I've got the Two of Wands energy, and then I've also got the Hangman energy coming up here. For some reason, I feel like either she's still like thinking about it or discussing with the colleagues or something like that here around her. So I feel like they would may not give you exactly as what you want, like exactly what you ask, but I feel like both of you here are going to find a middle way, I would say. There is definitely going to be a salary increment, like things are definitely going to be increasing. I feel like there is either a little bit of disappointment is coming up here. So either it may take a little bit a while for you, like discussion after discussion after discussion for you to get, like just the amount that you need, or maybe you will or maybe you will be getting it quickly, but not as much as you're expecting it to be, or at least not as much as you ask them to be here. I've got the number 3 coming up here for the time frame. This could happen either from 3 weeks from now or 3 months from now. Here is what I'm getting coming up here. As for the job will be a long term here, I'm not really getting a very strong yes on that. I've got the Three of Wands energy coming up here. I feel like by next year March or next year spring, you will be able to find a better job here that like you will be considering of moving, is what I'm getting coming up here. So there's going to be another job coming in here for you, or at least you will be considering of moving after some time, like after around next year is what I'm getting here. Ashley, thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, what is Jessie feelings and intention, and how Jessie sees you physically? Okay, so for on how Jesse's feelings and intention towards you here, karma, I've got family issues and family upbringing coming up here. I've got emotional healing. I've got work, career, or finances. I've got karmic situation. I've got I wish I could talk to you right now. And then I've got will you marry me coming up here. So let me start with the intention towards you. Will you marry me energy I've got coming up here. I feel like they're seeing you as someone they want to be with for a long term, I would say here. Like someone they can actually connect really, really well with here is what I'm getting. I'm not sure how is the communication going on between both of you at this point of time. If there is some sort of like on and off energy when it comes into the communication, or just like when you feel like sometimes the communication is going well, but another times it can be like little bit little how do I say it here, like little bit off balance, I would say. So at this time I feel like this person wants to talk to you or wants to communicate with you here. And another thing that I've got coming up from them here is that there are, of course, there's definitely like a very strong throat chakra blockage coming up here from them, which make them unable to express or unable to speak out, or just like unable to express what they are feeling in general, I would say here. And there is also this very strong emotional healing and karmic situation and family issue and family upbringing is what I'm getting coming up here, which is referring to either some pain and trauma that they have been putting within themselves here, some sort of like a karmic energy, a karmic lessons that they need to heal from, something related to their family, something related to their childhood, I would say here. And another thing that I've got coming up here is that they have a lot of healings that they need to be done here, emotional healing. And this is what causing them to, like, and this is what causing either the communication is not going too well, or just like causing things to be on and off, yeah, on and off between both of you here, like what you said. And another thing that I've got coming up here is that release your past, learn from it. Now this is the energy for both of you, I would say here, but specifically here for them, there are certain things that have been keeping within themselves. Again, like I said before, it's like so much of pain, so much of trauma here. Either they don't know how to heal from that, or again, ego energy could be there, or just like not wanting to be vulnerable is also another thing that I've got coming up here. I'm getting a very strong not now energy coming in here again. Insecurity is coming in here as well. So I feel like both of you have things that you need to release, things that you need to heal from. Even though this insecurities is what I'm getting coming up from him, I feel like some part of you here may also feel that insecure energy, or just like maybe because of the way that the action that they are putting towards you here, that on and off energy, this may make you feel doubtful, like, am I worth it? Do I deserve to be with them? Like, is there anything wrong with me? Should I improve something? That might be, like going on your mind at this time. I mean, like lately, I would say here. So this is part of the energy that both of you need to release. I feel like it may take a little bit some time for things to pick up between both of you. I'm getting a very strong not now energy at this time, so patience is definitely coming up quite strongly. So that's it for the intention and feelings. Let me on how does he sees you physically. Okay, so he's seeing you as this empress energy coming up here. Like I'm getting like, I mean, hot, gorgeous would be an understatement, I would say here. But like the empress here is that like the most beautiful person, I would say here. Like there is a very strong um energy radiating from you, I would say here. The empress energy is like someone who got everything all together. So physically, emotionally, like mentally as well, he's seeing you. They're seeing you as someone who is balanced within themselves here. And I've also got the justice energy coming up here with the world. I'm not sure if you are energetic or something like that, but this is how they're feeling towards you, like energetic. I'm honestly getting a very strong positive energy, I would say here, about how they are seeing you physically here. They're definitely seeing you as someone who, like taking care of yourself, someone a very strong balanced energy coming up here. I'm not sure if you're going to a gym or if you like having like a balanced diet or something like that. So I feel like that's how they're seeing you here as well. Overall energy here is that with this empress energy, I feel like they're definitely seeing you as the most beautiful person. Like they're seeing you as a gorgeous, beautiful in general. Here is what I'm getting. I've also got the empress energy coming up here as well, a very strong pregnancy energy coming in here. I feel like he's also seeing you as the mother of his future kids. Is also another thing that I've got. It's also another thing that I've got coming up here, karma. Even though I'm not getting a very strong pregnancy at this time because of this empress energy coming in here altogether, I would suggest for you here to be careful. I would say, yeah, they are definitely seeing you as, like the most wonderful, the most gorgeous and beautiful person here. Quite balanced. I'm getting like they are seeing you as someone who's actually balancing things up here. Like you know what you want, like you know what you want, like how to put yourself out there here is what I'm getting coming up here. No, definitely. Please don't feel insecure. I mean, like, please don't feel, like being insecure or anything like that. I feel like he likes you the way you are. I mean, with this Empress energy coming up, I think he loves, like every aspect of your body. Like I mean, like he actually like love every aspect of your body. He love every curves of your body. So yeah, nothing. I mean, like, I did not get anything that he despised or like he did not any part of it. Like definitely not that way, definitely not that way. So yeah, I feel like this is just I would say here there are certain things within themselves that they have to heal, emotionally speaking here, before before you could actually see things progressing or being more committed between both of you here, karma. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much for being patient as well. I truly appreciate that. Okay, Destiny, can you let me know the level of fame in the future? Okay, so let's see what do we have here. Okay, the message that I've got coming up for you here, Destiny, I'm getting that the well-known energy that I've got coming up for you here is of a certain community, of like a certain, how do I say it here? A certain community or like a certain circle that you are at, I would say here. Like I can't really say I mean like the energy of the fame here, I'm not really getting like an influencer type of thing. Maybe an influencer, but only like within a certain area. So maybe like only like in your place or in your state or in your city, like you are getting well known and almost like an influencer like that. But worldwide fame is not what I'm getting energy at this time here. So I mean like it might be again this is just like a step by step energy is what I'm getting coming up here. At this time I'm getting like a very strong community base or like an inner circle base is what I'm getting coming up here. And then let's see what else we have. Because at this time here I'm getting a very strong knight energy coming up for you. So I've got the Six of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Nine of Cups coming up here. So with these two energy I've got coming up for you, the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups energy coming up here. This is like either, I mean, like people will know who you are, you know, like word of mouth, like from word of mouth here, like, hey, do you know, like there is someone named Destiny, you know, like she's doing this. Okay, yes, I know her, you know, like more into that energy is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here. So people will know you, the community, the you know like the neighborhood, I would say here will know who you are, and then we'll be moving forward from that. At least I'm getting here either within the city or within the state is what I'm getting coming up here. I've also got the Six of Swords energy coming up here. There will be also a chance for you in the far future for you to travel to like some places is also another thing that I've got coming up here. I've also got the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. This fame will also be in like improving your financial in general, I would say here, but patience is also something that I've got coming up here. I think at this point of time here, whatever you're doing here, make sure that you rooted deep within that. And what do I mean by that here is that learn as much as you can here, like make sure that you are the expert or make sure that you are the specialist in what you're doing, and then things are going to be moving forward slowly in that direction. So at this time I'm getting a very strong Knight energy, so still a mid-level, I would say here, a mid-level fame, I would say here. So kind of like in the middle is what I'm getting coming up here, Destiny. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. Advance congratulations. And yeah, things are definitely moving forward. I mean, like you are definitely going to be like getting more stability in what you're doing financially and emotionally as well is what I'm getting coming up here. Thank you so much for your donation, Destiny. So let's start with Asia. Okay, what was the message for you? I've got your higher self coming up here. I've got, I think whatever happened to you in that park here, Asia, I've got the sacred temple and I've got your higher self coming up here. As you can see here, this is a very strong divine presence coming up here. So, I mean, like, there was definitely like some messages coming up towards you. So the first thing that I've got coming up here is that a very strong commitment energy coming up here, a contract based energy in general. I would say here some sort of like a commitment, some sort of like a committed thing is going to be happening to you. I'm getting this more towards your finances or more towards your business career, that type of energy rather than in your love life, because I'm getting like way I'm getting more of like a professional blessings coming up towards you here is what I'm getting coming up here. Either you will be getting people to help you with this professional assistance energy coming up here. I'm not sure if you've, I think yesterday you asked me about some kind of like a grant, right? I'm not sure if that's something related to or something related to your something related to your business or something related to your career. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm getting like some sort of like an assistance will be coming up towards you here, Asia. So I'm getting more towards like professional blessings, money, and abundance coming out towards you. That's the main thing coming up here. And I think another message that I've got coming up for you here is that to do what you want to do here, it does not matter if you do not get the result today, but keep on focusing, keep on like putting your commitment into whatever you're doing at this time here, and then things are definitely going to start progressing in that way here is what I'm getting coming up. Yeah. Some sort of like an assistant, professional assistance is what I'm getting coming up here. So that's the main message is what I'm getting coming up. But honestly, with this higher self and the sacred temple energy coming up here, there will be a lot of, more blessings coming up towards you here, as well. So that's it I've got for the spirit message. Okay, what did he think about the message that you sent him today? A little bit of confused is what I'm getting coming up here. I'm getting a progress and a little bit of confused energy coming up here from Jaws. Let's see. If he hasn't replied to you here, he will be. I'm getting a little bit of confused energy coming up here, but I've also got the chariot energy coming in here and the page of swords energy coming in here. There is definitely going to be a message. I mean, like, he's definitely going to reply if he hasn't already. But the reply that he will be having here with this page of swords energy, it might be like either a short reply or, I mean, even though that there is going to be a reply back or a communication back, I would say here, but there's like still a little bit of hesitation energy coming up from him. I feel like he will be quite. I think he will be telling you about, maybe like he will say something like, okay, I'm busy with work, but that's it. Like, he's not really like elaborating on that. Here is what I'm getting coming up here. And I've also got the Five of Pentacles energy coming in here as well. Another energy that I've got coming up from him here, again, financial energies keep on coming up quite strongly. Here is what I'm getting. I've also got the King of Wands energy. So a little bit of confused, but there's definitely going to be a reply, I would say. Here I've got the Page of Swords and the Chariot energy. Here things are definitely moving. I'm not sensing anything negative at all. And I've also got the Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here, more independent and more kind of like more being into his own independent energy coming up here. The only concern that I've got coming up here is that with this Five of Pentacles energy, I won't say depression, more of like feeling frustrated and feeling anxious. Okay, it was encouraging message. Okay, yeah, I think it was a little bit confused of that, but I feel like he needed it at this time because I've got this Five of Pentacles energy coming up here. Again, he might not be too open with you regarding the struggle that he's facing, but with this Five of Pentacles energy here, I feel like this is more of a little bit feeling down, I would say, here within himself here, feeling down, or just like feeling down and feeling as if that he's not worth it or something like that here. So I think the message that you sent to him was coming up at the right time, but he might not even like express it to you. Yeah, I think he was okay with that. It's just that a little bit of confused is what I'm getting coming up. Yeah. I think he really needed that. It's actually good you sent him that encouragement, because yeah, I'm getting a very strong feeling low energy coming up here. So this is also like making him to feel more independent, more stable within himself, and at least giving him that extra boost or giving him that extra courage, I would say here, Asia. So that's what I've got coming up here for you and Joss. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, you're welcome. Yes, I speak my truth. You can pose your question, please. Okay, will things get better for you in terms of your recovery? 100% yes. I've directly got great achievement energy coming up here. I've got the vast universe just flew. I've got the vast universe coming up here. So a very strong yes is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. I've also got a great achievement energy coming in here as well. So yes, you will definitely, you are definitely already on the right track of your recovery. I would say here that is, there is no doubt on that. I feel like the biggest, how do I say it here? I feel like one thing that you need to be focusing on at this time here with this great achievement energy, sorry, with this great achievement and the deserving energy coming up here, is that what you feel that you truly deserve. I feel after some time here, I think you also told me this way before that you had gone through a certain type of abuse or abusive situation in the past that might be making you feel almost like hating yourself, I would say here, or almost thinking within yourself here that as if you do not deserve anything good, you do not deserve anything positive in your life. Maybe you deserve to get abused, maybe you deserve, like to get, like to go through all of this pain, to go through all of this trauma, for example here. That particular mindset is what you need to change at this time here. I speak my truth. That's the biggest challenge, is what I'm getting coming up here for you, that you have to face or you have to release from within yourself. But you are definitely already on the right track with this vast universe energy coming up here. You are also like divinely protected, I would say here. You are protected. And let's see of any advice I've got coming up here. I've got growth, and then nature. So I've got polarity coming up for you here. I've got integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. And then I've also got nature coming up here. Nature coming up here as well. Ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. And then I've also got growth coming up here as well. Seek out a mentor or a guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So one thing that I've got coming up here is that you are definitely growing. You're definitely improving day to day here. Take baby step. Do not, how do I say it here? Like, take baby step. Do not rush into things here. And then with this polarity energy coming up here, you also have to make peace with your own struggle, or with, again, you are at this point of time here growing, and where at this time things will be like looking good for you, like let's say for example, like 2 weeks you're going to feel good, and then like suddenly you're going to feel down within yourself. Suddenly you're going to feel a lot of anxiety coming in here from within yourself. This is what you need to, like face, or this is what you need to understand. Like, understand and accept the emotional feelings without, observe it and understand it instead of controlling it here, is what I'm getting. And then I've also got nature energy coming up here. Ground yourself, meditate. If you can actually like, try to go out into the park or into the nature here. Try to meditate and try to just connect, like with the earth. And or you can just also like try to meditate and just like put some grounding meditation, I would say here, during or while you're sleeping or while you're resting, is what I'm getting coming up here for you. I speak my truth. Thank you so much. Yeah, things are definitely improving for you here. Like I'm only getting a very strong improvement energy coming up here. I think you also need to try, maybe like take a break. Take a break in a sense that I keep getting that moving out energy coming up quite strongly here. I speak my truth. Moving out energy. So maybe like take a break, like a few days off, for example, here, going out to, let's say, your family house, something like that. That would be helpful. Okay, Ashwini, I got you. I'll do yours right after Nate. Let's see. Nate, what's the question? What should N know about his connection with W? So let's see. I'm getting, I mean, like the first message that I've got coming up here, Nate, is healing insecurities, healing immaturity here, and be more independent within oneself is what I'm getting coming up here. So I feel like this is something that is going on between both of you, or just with the other person at this time. With this Page of Cups energy and the Nine of Pentacles that I've got coming up here, I feel like both of you here is starting to become more independent, or starting to become more aware about the power, and more aware about the, like, going through a certain transformation where they kind of like starting to realize the little bit of immaturity energy that have been there within themselves here, like the ego and the immaturity, like there's more into that particular realization. I'm also getting a very strong karmic situation happening here, so there could be a third party situation, or just in general here the ego and the karmic lessons that both of you or the other person needs to learn at this time. So with this justice energy that I've got coming up here, this is basically referring to justice. Both of you are going to get the justice that you deserve, and finally closing up or nearing the completion of the lessons that both of you need to learn here, which is, then I've got the Nine of Cups energy coming up here. The Nine of Cups energy that I've got coming up here is more of like a wish fulfillment energy, like finally after a lot of battle, finally after, like a lot of uh, battles in general, I would say here, like finally getting that victory, I would say. So that kind of energy is what I'm getting coming up here. I feel like it's almost like nearing to the completion of the karmic lessons or the karmic situation, whatever that is putting both of you in separation at this time. That's the main energy that I've got coming up. But let's see anything else. I've got true love coming in here, and then I've got behind the mask. So the main energy that I've got coming up here, there's definitely like a very, very strong soul connection between these two person and W here. A very strong soulmate energy or a twin flame energy is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. And the struggle at this time here is that the other person is not really opening up about themselves, is not really opening up about how they feel. Again, that immaturity, the childishness, the ego energy is what I'm getting going to be released, is what I'm getting like going to be healed, I would say here, where the other person is finally going to, with this loving woman, sorry, with this loving woman energy coming up here, does not matter the gender, the other person is finally going to be stepping into the higher self, or connecting more into the higher self, connecting more into the divine here. Like spiritual awakening is also another thing that I've got coming up here. And then the overall energy that I've got coming up here is a very strong teacher energy. So a lot of lessons that needed to be learned has been learned, I would say here. Both of you are, if there is a separation at this point of time here, energetically both of you here are teaching or encouraging one another here to move forward with the transformation and to move forward with the healing is what I'm getting here, Nate. So that's it for your question. Thank you so much for your donation, Nate, and thank you so much for being patient. Let's see who else. You're welcome, Nate. So we'll do. Ashwini, what is your question? What does Amir want for you and the connection? He's definitely seeing you with this Queen of Wands energy coming up. Yeah, he's definitely seeing you as, how do I say it here? The Queen of Wands energy is someone who is more into their power, I would say here. So I feel like sometimes this person can get a little bit of intimidated, I would say here, Ashwini, about looking into your independence and just like in general the way that you are, I would say. Now this is nothing wrong with what you're doing. I would suggest like keep on be who you are. This is just more of like their own insecurities, or just like getting a little bit of intimidated with just the way you are in general is what I'm getting coming up here. And this is what sometimes can make them feel a little bit of, like, how do I say it here? With this Four of Swords energy coming up here, the ego or the stubbornness, I would say here, is what stopping them to be more open, or stopping them to just like approach you more openly, I would say here. But eventually they're definitely going to be moving forward and taking up initiation towards you. I would say yes, this person does love you, but at the same time here, they can get a little bit of intimidated with just how you are, with just like who you are in general here. So I feel like this is more of the insecurities or the ego that they need to be healing within themselves. I've also got the Eight of Pentacles energy coming up here with the Knight of Cups. If there is no communication at this point of time, the communication is definitely coming up. If there is a communication energy here, this is more of like them going to be inviting you out, let's say like asking you out for a dinner, like just like going to be a little bit of on the flirty side is what I'm getting coming up here. Another thing here is that I feel like they're also focusing so much on their work situation or career related situation at this time. It's another thing that I've got coming up from them here as well. So yes, this person does love you. Yes, this person do want to be with you here. The ego, the stubbornness, almost a little bit of immaturity coming in here as well. So they can be like getting a little bit of intimidated by who you are, by just like the way you are here. But eventually they're the ones actually going to be making up an initiation or taking up the leap of faith towards you here, Ashwini, is what I'm getting. Let me pull a time frame. At this time, I've got the number 4 coming up here for the time frame. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months from now. I'm also getting a very strong mid-fall energy. Mid-fall energy. I'm not sure where you are from. So based on the US season, mid-fall energy coming up here. Mid-fall energy is around the month of October to November, can be quite significant. So 4 weeks to 4 months from now, October to November can be quite significant as well. You're welcome, Ashwini, and thank you for the member support. Okay, so done with all the donation. Let's look at into the free reading. I'm going to scroll back up, so I'm going to start from there. So Kelly, general reading for Aquarius. So for you here, Kelly, I've got action, and then I've got beloved coming up here. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. I've got action coming up here. Now is the perfect time to act, inspire action, and move forward with confidence. So first thing that I've got coming up here is that there's definitely going to be there's definitely going to be like either new people or old people coming back to you in terms of your love situation, like offering you some sort of like a love and commitment in general is what I'm getting coming up here. So more progress in terms of your love situation. And generally, I would say here is that now it's time for you here to take up action, like whatever you want to do here, whatever plan that you have on your mind, it's time for you to actually like just go ahead and do that is what I'm getting here, Kelly. Jaden, what does Capricorn wants to say his feelings? Or let's see. What does Jaden the Capricorn wants to say? You are my everything is what I've got coming up here. I've got family issue, family upbringing, and do not feed the ego. I feel like what they want to tell you here is that you mean a lot to them and they put you quite in a high pedestal. But at the same time here, because of the ego and some sort of like a family issue, family upbringing, childhood trauma, family issue, just like some sort of like an emotional pain and emotional trauma from the past, it is what triggering up them or is what building up as the ego, I would say here, Jaden. But in general, I feel like this person truly do care about you, but sometimes they could not really fight their own ego and their own insecurity in general, I would say here, or just like the trigger within themselves is what I'm getting here, Jaden. So Jaden done, Kelly done. Tonya Martin, can you get a love reading? So I'm not sure what is going on in your love life at this time, Tonya, but I'm getting a very strong offers coming up here for you in terms of your love. So romantic offer could also like be, like an offer just like taking you out for a dinner, like dating offers is what I'm getting coming up here. I feel like starting up from the month of October here with this Wheel of Fortune energy, I'm getting like a lot of things are going to start picking up for you in terms of the love situation here, Tonya. So I'm getting a very strong love offers coming up towards you at this time. Libra love, how will Sagittarius approach you this week? So there is a little bit of hesitation energy is what I'm getting coming up from this Sagittarius, and I've got the shadow side coming up here, the moon energy. Now this could be due to the full moon, which is going to be tomorrow. I feel like the full moon and the Mercury retrograde can be giving a little bit of delay or stagnancy energy in general, I would say here about you and this Sagittarius Libra love, but things after that is definitely going to be okay. I'm getting a little bit of stagnancy coming up here this week or until the end of this month. Trust your intuition, pay attention to your intuition is also another thing that I've got coming up here. Dennis A. Jones, when will your ex call? I've got the number 12 coming up here. So 12 days to 12 weeks from now can be quite significant, Dennis. Stephanie. Okay, Stephanie, will you find love this year? I feel like it may take up until next year, I would say. Here, 6 weeks to 6 months from now, or late winter energy coming up quite strongly for you here, Stephanie. Erica Bin, career reading. Let's say career reading. I'm getting a little bit of defensive energy coming up here with your career. I feel like there might be, because with this King of Swords energy that I've got coming up for you here, Erica, it's like, it's, how do I say it? There are many people who might be, you may feel like there are many people who is against you, I would say here, or many people who not really having a good relationship with you. It's more like into the relationship wise or the environmental energy coming up here. And I feel like you have to, like keep on putting up this wall surround you here to just protect yourself. I feel like it's more of like pay attention to the people around you here is what I'm getting coming up here in your career reading. I mean, like in your workplace in general. And then with this Nine of Wands energy that I've got coming up here is that do not hesitate to speak up your truth is also another thing that I've got coming up for you here as well. Judy, what do you pick up about Thor? Let's see what's going on with Thor. This person is a little bit stagnant or a very strong stagnancy, feeling stuck and confused energy is what I'm getting coming up here. I do feel like they do have a very strong feelings towards you, or every time they think about you, every time they are with you. Here, Judy, I'm getting a very strong like happiness or just like feeling happy in general. But at the same time here, there are a lot of confusion, confusion, not sure what to do or where to go. A lot of stagnancy and stuck energy coming up here from Thor. Asia, during the meditation when I fell asleep, why did I get root chakra and 911 as a message? I'm not entirely sure what 911 means, but you can try to, like look up on the on Google and see what it means, because you're definitely not the first person that told me that there is 911 is coming up quite strongly here as the numbers for a lot of people. So try to look up onto that. But let's see, why did you get a root chakra? and I'm just going to channeling up the energy as in general. So first thing that I've got coming up here is that a very strong rebirth energy coming up for you here, death and rebirth energy. Again, I feel like you are currently going through a process of transformation. I mean, like in this journey of your transformation here, you are getting more in tune and getting more in tune with yourself, with your intuition. This rebirth energy that I'm getting coming up for you here, Asia, this is more of like what's coming up for you here. Now, the only thing that is stopping you, or the only thing that is delaying this whole progress and this whole journey uh, at this time here is the pressure, and I'm getting that you are putting so much of pressure, you are carrying so much of baggages and burden within yourself. You are at this point of time here is being advised to move energetically. Things are starting to fall into your life here energetically, but you have to understand carrying all of these baggages is just going to slowing down your progress. It's just going to be slowing down your journey. So I feel like you are being advised is that to let go of all of those like to let go of all of those baggages and to let go of all of those pressure that you have within yourself. I've also got the Two of Cups energy coming up. Yeah, I feel like part of the message is because you also like fall asleep, you said. I feel like apart from the root chakra and the 9/11, yeah, I feel like there are also like some messages coming up from your person Sharif here with this Two of Cups energy coming up here as well. Like maybe like they are thinking about you, like just like a quick connection, I would say here. So I won't be surprised if you don't remember that. But I feel like if you want to meditate about it again, you might be getting some messages from Sharif as well. So root chakra energy, I would say here is that try to just look up into root chakra guided meditation. I feel like the main reason for that here is that you need to be more grounded within yourself, because on this journey that you're going through at this time here, you have to understand and you have to know which which part that which part, or even like people in general here, that you still need to carry on with you, and those who you need to let go of here is what I'm getting coming up here. So yeah, that's the main message that I've got coming up. But if you want to know specifically about 9/11, you can try to look up on Google. I think it's something about support or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So Asia done, Jaden done. Destiny, will your career take off here in South Carolina? Let's see. So I've got the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups energy coming up here. I'm getting a yes, but at the same time here again, I keep getting this moving energy coming up for you here, Destiny. So maybe like things are going to pick up in South Carolina, and then after some time here, like you are being allowed to, like travel or move somewhere is what I'm getting. But yes, I would say here yes at this time. HI, advice from your guides at this time. Advice from your guides at this time. So I've got past lives and I've got a dance coming up for you here. Past lives, release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past life will raise your vibration. I've got dance coming up here. Move your body to the music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dream through dance. So with this dance energy coming up here, this is more of about releasing energy here, HI. Whenever you want to manifest something, before you actually go ahead and, like let's say meditate and just like focus on what you've been manifesting, I feel like sometimes when you try to think about what you want to be attracting in general here, there is this huge doubt and question, confusion, I would say, here starting to come to you. So that is one thing that you have to release first, the doubt and the fear, because you cannot do both at once. You cannot manifest while at the same time you're having a very strong fear energy within yourself. So that's what you need to release. And then another thing that I've got coming up here is that past life. Now, even though this is talking about past life, I feel like this is more of like the pain and the trauma that you might have still been carrying from your past. So it's like past relationship, some sort of like a past pain, and like past trauma that you need to heal from. That's the message that I've got coming up here. Yes, Judy, I think I did your question. You may need to rewind back. Let's see who is next. Anita, what is your Cancer person feelings and emotion towards you at this time? So this person is being silent at this time here. I'm getting a very strong conflicts energy coming up. If there is no conflict between both of you here, Anita, I feel like this conflict is surrounding them, like with the family members, with their friend, could also be like with colleagues and co-workers in general. At this time here, they have, I mean, like the feelings that they have for you here is definitely going stronger and stronger, I would say here. But at the same time here, they would just rather to keep silent. I've got the hermit energy coming up quite strongly. So the communication might not be happening too much. If you're not in communication at this point of time, I feel like this may continue a little bit after some time here before they finally being able to like come forward and communicate with you. It's just that there is some sort of like a conflicted energy around them at this time, but the feelings that they have towards you is definitely going stronger and stronger by the day. Yes, the baggages is coming up quite strongly here, Asia. Like, yeah, try to do the guided meditation on root chakra and then meditate once again to see like if you want to know like what does he like what does he have to tell you. Yes, yes, definitely. 911 is about support and exploring spirituality. Yeah, sometimes people can get a little bit scared because of the number 911 because what had happened, but that is not. I mean, like the number 911 itself here is not a bad number. I would say it's usually like an awakening. I would say here, like waking up from something. So yeah, that is like I think that is the main message of 911, if I'm not mistaken. You're welcome, Asia. You're welcome, Destiny. Okay, Skittles, you can. And I've also got a donation from Miranda. I'm not sure if she's here. So, Miranda, if you are here, you can post your question. So, I'm not sure if she's here. All right, so Skittles. Okay, general reading for what's future ahead of you. So, I've got happy success coming up for you here. I've also got conflicts and commitments. So, yes, I'm getting a very strong conflicts and just like inner turmoil or just like conflicted energy in general is what I'm getting coming up here. Soul for Skittles. It's like I feel like this conflict energy here could be something like from within yourself, like inner conflicts, could also be with people around you. Like sometimes you might find that people are just like coming to you with the intention to annoy you or with an intention to just like triggering you, for example here soul for skittle. I feel like this is just causing a little bit of off balance within yourself. I'm also getting a very strong root chakra energy coming up here. I would suggest for you here to do some guided meditation on root chakra at least until the end of this month, because with this full moon and the Mercury retrograde energy coming in here all together, I feel like you might be finding yourself being off balance. Like the energy has been quite intense, honestly. So I won't be surprised if you've been feeling down, if it's just like things are not really working too well. So first thing I would suggest here, at least until the end of this month here, try to do some guided meditation on root chakra. That will help you becoming more grounded within yourself. But for the future energy that I've got coming up, you have got happy success and I've got commitment. You may feel at this time that things are slipping from your hand, like things are just like you're just like losing control, you're just like losing things, but it's not true. It's just like the fear and again the trigger of the energy, the fear in general here might be making you feeling that way. But I've got happy success coming up here, and then I've got commitment energy coming in here as well. In terms of, in general, I would say here happiness and success are definitely guaranteed in your life. There is no doubt on that. Commitment coming up here, either you're going to be like going into a certain new period of your work, or like a new period of your relationship here, where things are going to start, like moving forward into much more stable, like much more stable and committed is what I'm getting coming up. Stability energy is what I'm getting coming up for you here. And I've also got the sun card. So whatever you're going through at this time here is definitely going to end. I'm getting a very, very strong happy success energy coming up here. Things are definitely moving forward. A lot of new opportunities will be coming up for you here as well, Skittles. And then I've also got the Eight of Pentacles energy coming up here. Work-wise or career-wise or financial-wise here, there is going to be some sort of like an improvement. I feel like you also need to reassess everything in your life here, especially in your finances in general. Reassess everything is what I'm getting coming up here. Let me pull a time frame. I've got the temperance energy coming up here. Divine presence is definitely surrounding you. The month of November is coming up quite strongly, but let me just pull a proper time frame. I've got the number 9 coming up here. So until the end of this month, you might be feeling a little bit down. 9 days, 9 weeks to late fall is coming up quite strongly. Again, the month of November to December is coming up quite strongly for you here, Skittles. So yeah, things are definitely not. I mean, like things are definitely not on the easiest road at this time for you, but it will get better. Thank you, Miranda. How does your person feel about you? So let's see. So let's see. I've got trust issues coming up here. I've got will you give me another chance? I've got release the anger. I've got work on inner self, and I've got no coming up here. So I asked specifically, like, is this the end of both of your energy or both of your relationship here? And with this no energy that I've got coming up for you here, this is basically like, no, this is not the end of the situation, or this is not the end of the relationship between both of you here. I do see a very strong anger energy coming up for you here as well, Miranda, and the trust issues. So I feel like this is something that both of you need to be working on here. The trust issues either coming up from your person or the anger coming up from your person, but this is like the energy of both of you here. A little bit of trust issue and anger coming in here all together. I feel like it's better try to just like give some space here, because this is definitely not the end of the relationship. This is definitely not the end of everything between both of you, but I think both of you need some time here to just like how do I say it here, just need some time here to just focus on yourself, like regain the clarity within yourself here, like for both of you here, Miranda, is what I'm getting. Like I said before, there's definitely going to be another chance coming in here. They still love you, I would say here. They're still like feeling, I mean, like they still have the love and care for you here, Miranda. I've also got self-love, work on inner self. I feel like this is the time that both of you need to understand the importance of self-love, the importance of working on an individual level first. So whatever had happened today will not be repeated again. Here is what I'm getting coming up here, Miranda. So again, I don't think it is going to be the end of everything. I feel like some space and time needs to be given for both of you here, but communication is definitely going to be picking up here. And I've got the Four of Swords. I feel like this is the time that just like sleep on it, let things die down first, like just like at least give it like a 4 days, I would say here, 2 to 4 days, and then and then you can, both of you can, like meet again or like communicate again, like starting to communicate again. I feel like at this time here, space is definitely really, really needed. I've got the number 2 coming up here for the time frame. 2 days to 2 weeks from now can be quite significant, or at least un, or at least beginning of fall. So it is also going to be like towards the end of September here is what I'm getting. So that's it for your reading, Miranda. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Yes, so for Skittle, yes, root chakra. That's true. So let's see. Honey, any messages for you and Virgo? Let's see. Any messages? So for you and Virgo here, honey, I've got the Queen of Swords energy and then I've got the Judgment energy coming up here. I feel like the other person is a little bit on their guard at this point of time here, or there could also be like a little bit of defensive energy coming up here. The way the communication can be on and off, or like sometimes the communication is looking good, and then the other times here could be like some sort of like a misunderstanding or just like unnecessary argument could be there between both of you. I feel like the other person is just like too much on their guard or too much on their wall. I would say here like there's like this huge wall around them. And with this judgment energy, this is more of like letting things to happen with the flow. Divine intervention is what I'm getting coming up here. Hi Amani. No, I did not skip you. I did your reading yesterday, right? So I'm focusing on those I haven't answered yesterday, and those I have answered yesterday will be on the last. That way, it will be fair for everyone. SS. Current feelings of YK towards you. So this person definitely like this person definitely sees you as someone they want to have their future with here. I've got the Ten of Cups energy coming up here. And then I've also got the Nine of Wands energy coming in here as well. But they're still a little bit hesitant about speaking out, or they're still a little bit hesitant about coming towards you. But the future is definitely looking good for both of you here. The union and just forming up the relationship once again. Shristi, messages from Kaushik. So I've got faithful coming up here. I've got family issue or family upbringing, and then I've got positive mindsets brings abundance. I feel like this person is still a little bit struggling with some sort of like a family dynamic or family drama in general, but they're quite faithful to you and to the connection here, and they want you to think positively here because positive thoughts is going to be bringing up a lot more positive things and abundance to both of you as well. Brittany, and how does your person feel about you? I'm not sure if both of you are together at this time or in a separation because I'm getting a very strong soulmate connection coming up here with the Six of Cups, Brittany, and I'm also getting a very strong reunion energy coming up here as well. So there is definitely going to be a reunion, or if both of you are already together at this point of time here, they're definitely seeing you as someone they want to be. They're definitely seeing you as the true soulmate connection is what I'm getting coming up here. Libra love, I did your reading earlier, so you may need to rewind back up. Okay, so let's see who I haven't answered. Amani, general reading for the month of October. So the month of October is going to be full of new beginnings for you here, Amani, and then I've also got optimism energy coming up here as well. You're being advised to stay optimistic. There is going to be like a lot of new beginnings and new opportunities coming up for you as well. Okay, so I think I've answered all the free and donation reading. Okay, there is someone. You should be the third or fourth person when I started doing the free reading. So like very early in the beginning. So you just have to look where I stopped the free. Sorry, you just like need to look when I started the free readings. You would be like the third or fourth person if I'm not mistaken. Jennifer, are you here? I received a donation, but I'm not sure if you're here. So Jennifer, if you're here, you may post your question. Love light, may you have a message from your person. So, love light, how does your person feel about you here? I feel like there is a karmic situation going on here on both of your life or on one of your life here. But both of you have a very strong soulmate or twin flame connection coming up here. Love light, and I've also got communication blockage at this time here as well. So, there is a little bit of communication blockage and a karmic situation going on here between both of you, love light. Angelina, all right, what is the current feeling of Roshan towards you? So this person do want to talk to you. I wish I could talk to you right now, and then I've got the time is not right, and then I've also got I see my future with you coming in here as well. So I would say here this person do want or do see a future with you, but for some reason they are unable to move forward and or unable to just like communicate with you in general. I feel like time is definitely the a little bit of I think it's just like a matter of time that they would come towards you and communicate with you. It may take a little bit of while, though, is what I'm getting here, Angelina. So Jennifer, if you're here, please post your question. I'll do. How does he feel towards me? I'm getting a very strong ego-based energy coming up here, a little bit of deceptions or manipulation coming in here as well, especially with this magician and the devil energy coming up here. Ego-based energy with this magician and the devil energy coming up here. This is a very strong ego energy here. It's like, how do I say it? It's funny because the word that came to me was like a Tom and Jerry, like that cat and mouse game is what I'm getting coming up here. So it's almost like that, I would say here. Like a lot of ego clash energy coming up here. I doubt that they could see things. How do I doubt they could agree on one thing. Yeah, maybe like the time that they disagree on things are more often than the time that they agree on something is what I'm getting coming up here. I'm also getting a very strong Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here, and you said, like you asked if they would leave each other. I would say yes, because even at this point of time here, it's like both of them are just like leading or living a separate life with this Nine of Pentacles energy. Like I'm doing mine, you do yours, like that kind of energy. I'm getting a very strong single vibe, honestly, at this time. So if they haven't like if one of them haven't left each other, they will be mostly it's like an ego based energy, unable to see things, unable to agree on things, and a lot of deception and manipulation. Devil energy coming up here, more like a very strong, this is almost like a karmic situation, I would say here. There is a lot of toxic attachment, I would say here, which I feel like they are just like being attached for some unhealthy and for some toxic energy, like a very strong karmic energy, I would say here in general is what I'm getting coming up here. Yeah, I don't see anything of love. I do see a very strong ego energy coming up here. Both of them are just like focusing on one thing, like you do yours, I do mine, that kind of energy. Let me pull a time frame. Feeling emotionally and feeling mentally trapped is also another thing like that. I feel like both of them are feeling both mentally and emotionally trapped with one another. I've also got the Three of Cups energy coming up here as well. Yeah, there is just like a lot of issues, a lot of I'm getting like a lot of issues and a lot of I won't even say conflict, because it's not about conflict. It's like they just don't see things, like they just like would just rather ignore one another. Like, like they know if I talk to this person, it's just going to, like create unnecessary conflicts. So who cares? I'm just like going to be quiet and just like leave them be. It's more even like it's more even like into that direction. So for the leaving energy here, I've got the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting a little bit of slow moving energy. I've got the number 4 coming up here. The leaving may happen anytime from 4 months from now to 4 years from now. Could also be in the month of April next year. So that's the time frame that I've got coming up here. I don't see fight. I don't even see them talking properly to even have a fight. when we are talking about fight here, someone has to start it, right? Like, okay, I have to say something just to trigger the other person. That does not even happen. Like, it's like both of them know, like, okay, if I talk to them, it's just going to start a fight. So I'm just going to ignore, I'm just going to pretend that they're not even there. You know, like almost that energy is what I'm getting for them. Jenny, what do you see coming to you in love? So let's see. Jennifer, what's coming in love for Jennifer? I'm getting a very strong happiness coming up here, wish fulfillment energy coming up here. I'm not sure if you're single or in a relationship at this time, but for the future here, I'm getting a very strong new beginning and a family energy coming up for you here, Jennifer. Another thing that I've got coming up for you here is that with this Four of Cups energy, for some reason, I'm getting a very strong doubt or just like overthinking and over worrying energy coming up from you. I feel like sometimes you may find yourself here like wondering and just like not sure if things are actually going to pick up, or if you're actually going to see, or if you're actually going to meet anyone that you can actually connect with, but you definitely will be. I've also got the Queen of Cups energy coming up here. You have a very, very strong empathic gift and almost into a highly sensitive soul, I would say here. So I would suggest for you here to pay attention to the people that you're surrounding yourself, not only when it comes into love, but generally here the people around you. Because I feel like with the energy that you're carrying within yourself here, there might be people who are just there, or you might be attracting people who actually needs healing, and then your energy is just going to be like going in that direction here is what I'm getting. Oh, you're Pisces? Okay, this is you then. The Queen of Cups energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let me see of this person coming in into your life. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a new person coming in into your life here, and pretty much soon, I would say here. With this chariot energy, I'm getting a very strong spring energy coming up here. Next year spring or the month of July can be quite significant, or just starting up from after spring next year, you're going to see a lot of progress and you're going to see a lot of transformation when it comes into your love life. I've also got the King of Cups energy coming up here. This is a very, very strong soulmate connection coming in here for you, Jenny. So you will definitely be attracting your true soulmate here. I'm also getting a very strong water energy, but I'm just going to, let's see if this is, what is the energy for the future. So I've got the Six of Wands energy coming up here. I'm getting a very strong fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. More specifically here, a Sagittarius. So you may meet someone with a very strong Sagittarius in their chart. Someone with a very strong Sagittarius. But love life here, I'm getting a very strong success and victorious outcome coming up here for you. That's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. And okay, is there anyone else that I haven't answered for the free question? Or for those of you who are waiting for free question that I haven't answered, please let me know. You're welcome, Jenny. If not, then I'll end the live stream. So the next live stream will be tomorrow evening. I would say around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's see how it goes tomorrow. And I might be doing one last live reading next week on Sunday, just nearing the Mercury retrograde. So one day before the Mercury retrograde. So I'll see on that. So that's it for the today's readings, and I hope everyone's got their chance. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, okay, Brittany, you can. Yeah, Brittany, you can post your question before I end. Okay, Brittany, you can post your question. Okay, how long until your ex come back? This person has a very strong ego energy within themselves here, Brittany. And I've also got the Sun and the Three of Swords energy coming up here. So first thing that I picked up here is that there is a very strong ego energy coming up, and almost that they're thinking within themselves here that they are the one who's actually right, and like everyone else is wrong. I feel like again the ego is coming up quite strongly here, and I'm also getting a very strong heartbroken energy or sadness energy coming up here in general from them, in a sense that I feel like because of the pain and because of the sadness that they have within themselves here, this is just adding up into the ego. I feel like the ego has been hurt here as well, is another thing that I've got coming up here. And with this sun energy I've got coming up here, they are definitely going to be coming back towards you. They are definitely going to be, like making an attempt to come back to you here. But at this time here, I'm getting a little bit of slow moving energy, or at least a little bit of slow process, or just like a slow moving energy in general is what I'm getting coming up here. And another thing here is that even after they come back to you, you also have to be paying attention here, because both of you are coming up as the masculine energy, both of you coming up here as the like the King of Cups and the King of Wands energy coming up here. You are definitely more on the emotional side, and they are more into the ego side here, or more into the hot temper and little bit more into the stubborn energy is what I'm getting coming up here. But at the same time here, even though you are more onto the emotional side here, the way that both of you are, or the way that the communication happened between both of you here, you might be saying things only in a form of like, you can get triggered quite quickly on your emotional side, I would say here, Brittany. And this is what can get a little bit annoying for the other person. Like they don't know how to handle the emotional side of you, I would say here. And you also don't know how to handle the stubborn and ego side of them. Now this is what causing the ego clash, or causing the ego conflict, just like the conflicts energy between both of you here. So this is something that you also need to be paying attention to here, even after they come back. So it's not only about making them come back to you, but how to make sure that whatever had happened between both of you is not going to get repeated again. Let me pull a time frame. I've got a very strong Two of Cups energy coming up here. Both of you definitely have a very strong soul connection. I think I've already said this as well before, right? A very strong soulmate connection coming up here. At this time, I'm getting the number 2 as for the time frame. This can happen 2 weeks to 2 months from now, or the month of February next year is what I'm getting. So those are the possible time frames for your ex to come back to your life, Brittany. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Yeah, sure, Jenny, you can. And yes, Jojo, I've received your donation. You can post your question, please. Yes, both of you do have a very strong soul connection with each other, Brittany. Will the Capricorn and you reunite? So let's see. The Capricorn. I would say yes, but I'm also getting a very strong either a third party situation or a karmic situation going on at this time with this Capricorn here, Jojo. The third party situation can be another person that they could be with someone else at this time, or this could just also talking about toxic friend and toxic family members at this time surrounding them. Because I've got the lovers coming up. Because with this Queen of Pentacles energy that I've got your Capricorn, this is your Capricorn, the Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, they are feeling a little bit ungrounded within themselves here. So it's like I feel like they are feeling a little bit of off balance and ungrounded energy is coming up quite strongly here within your Capricorn energy. And this could be causing, like I said before, by a third party situation, or this could also be talking about toxic friends, toxic family members. They might also have issue either with their mother or with their father, like a issue with their parents in general is also another thing that I've got. So it may take a little bit a while, I would say here, or at least and even after both of you reconnected here, with this Seven of Cups energy that I've got coming up here, there might be a little bit like feeling a little bit of distance or just like a confusion in general is what I'm getting. But the reconnection or the reunion is definitely going to be happening. I've got the lovers energy coming up here. So both of you are definitely meant to be with each other, meant to be together. As for the time frame here, I've got the number three coming up quite strongly. This may happen either 3 weeks, 3 months from now. I'm also getting a beginning of fall energy, but if this has not been, I mean, like if both of you are not reconnected by early fall this year, I feel like it may take up until next year fall is what I'm getting coming up. A little bit of slow process energy is what I'm getting coming up here for you, Jojo. But I would say here by the earliest 3 weeks to 3 months from now, here is what I'm getting. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. And Jenny, you can post your question. Oh no, is that's completely fine, Jenny. Josh, next feelings and action towards you. I'm getting a very strong communication blockage at this point of time, and then I've also got the time is not right for us. So I feel like there is some sort of like delayed or blockage at this point of time here for Josh to actually come forward towards you. With this, the time is not right for us, and I wish I could talk to you right now here. Even though the communication is not really going on too well, I feel like they have been thinking about you, or at least there are times that they are, like you are just crossing their mind. I would say here, Jenny, like they would be just like be doing things, and then like you are crossing their mind, for example. That kind of energy is what I'm getting. They want to communicate with you, but again, like I said before, there is something that is stopping them, or there is something that is delaying them to come towards you, or delaying this connection overall in general. I've also got forgive and let go, and then I've got work, career, and finances. So this could be, like some sort of like related to work, career, and financial energy that is stopping them to come towards you. I've also got I know I made a mistake. Could also be, like feeling a little bit of guilty and regretful for whatever had happened between both of you in the past. I've also got ask and look for signs here. I feel like they are communicating with you one way or the other, either in a form of like telepathic messages, in a form of dreams, or even like could be in a form of like signs and synchronicities as well, Jenny. I feel like you are being asked to pay close attention to that. I'm getting a very strong Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here. I do not see any third party situation or anything related to a third party or karmic. I'm getting more of like being single and being independent, focusing more towards into like becoming financial independent, or just becoming independent in general when it comes into career and finances. Ego is also there coming up here. I've also got the Page of Cups energy coming in here, either a significant age gap, or if not, there is a little bit of immaturity energy coming up here. Communication is definitely getting affected at this time. I've also got the Hermit energy coming up here. So I feel like the communication may take a little bit a while for things to pick up between both of you, Jenny, and especially in terms of the communication. Let me pull the time frame. For the time frame here, I've got the number 21. So September 21st can be quite significant, or 21 days from now could also be quite significant as well. So those are the time frame that you can look up into. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. You're welcome, Jojo, and you're welcome, Jenny. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow evening. I would say here, yeah, tomorrow evening or afternoon, and yeah, just uh, just look into the community page on my channel for the schedule. And have a good night, good day, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye, everyone.